Check 1 2. Listen 1 2 1 2.
Having a full-time gig.
I'll work my volume. SLC Game. Welcome in, everyone. We are here live at the SLC Game of the Week, UC Santa Barbara. We are going live right to the field with Chris Malone as he's going to be interviewing Coach Allen from Santa Barbara. So let's check in with Chris and hear what he has to say.
Welcome to the SLC Game of the Week. I'm Chris Malone, and I am visited by head coach Mike Allen of the Santa Barbara Gauchos here on the Santa Barbara campus. We got Santa Barbara versus Chapman today. Coach, got to start off saying, hey, tremendous job up to this point. You know, last year you guys were 3-13, and this year you guys are 9-3. What's been the difference between this year and last year?
Basically, it's just being healthy, having a good group of freshmen that have been kind of pushing the tempo and up the level of competition right from the fall when they got here. And basically staying healthy, winning some of the closer games, and just knock on wood, we stay healthy the rest of the way.
Yeah, healthy is the month of April is a good time to get your guys to 100%. March is kind of a month where you're playing multiple games during the week. So going into April, if you can be healthy, that's huge. I want to talk about Alex Dixon a little bit and the rest of your freshmen. If you look at your stats, I think 6 of your top 7 scorers are freshmen. So the recruiting class of that group is obviously stepping up and making plays. What's Alex do that makes him one of the top players on your roster?
He's a tremendous finisher, and we do a pretty good job of finding him. He also makes some of those plays that you can't draw up and just kind of make something out of nothing type of plays. But it's really just his finishing ability, the way he fits into the offense, and on top of that, he makes some dynamic plays on his own.
Yeah, definitely looking forward. I haven't seen him play, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play today. Now, if there's one thing you've had all week to prepare for Chapman, if there's one thing that you're focused on today, what would that be?
I'd have to say tempo. Chapman's a team that can make runs. They've got a lot of athleticism, a lot of experience, and so if we can control the runs and not let them go on the run against us, control some transition, and try to control the pace of the game, I think that will play to our advantage.
Great. Well, good luck, and thanks for stopping by.
Thanks. And we are coming right back with Coach Hartley. Chapman, so hold on there, folks. All right, so we're going to see Coach Malone here Chris Malone, has found Coach Hartley. We're going to be going live to him on the sideline here. And let's hear what Coach Hartley has to say.
All right, we are now joined by head coach Dallas Hartley of the Chapman Panthers. Coach, you're 15-0, ranked number 1. I don't know if you've been in that spot as a head coach here at Chapman. Have you guys been ranked number 1 previous up to this point?
First year we've been ranked number 1.
So have you changed? I mean, being number 1 and everyone's gunning for you, has that changed kind of what you do, each week preparing for every game?
We just think of it as a good thing, right? You get every team's best shot, which means it's every team's Super Bowl, and the good news there is you're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're getting every team's best, right? So you better bring your A game. And you guys have been in some close games. Stanford was a close game, BYU was a close game, Colorado's a close game, and if you can talk about that veteran leadership, I think that's probably one of the big reasons you're winning those games. You have a number of guys that have contributed over their careers and are now kind of the leaders of the group. Name some of those guys that you look at, and I know it's a long list, so for the guys that might not get mentioned, we're not trying to single you out because it's a long list, and I think that's why you are number 1 right now, and you're 15-0. Let's name a couple guys that have really stepped their game up, not just with points, but just in the leadership category.
Well, at the midfield, Connor Riley and Simon Jinkin are great for us. They play both sides of the field, nails on defense, great in the middle of the field. We ask them to do a lot on offense. So they've been sort of our horses at the midfield. On defense, we're mostly juniors. Alex Siegel's been a really good leader for us. He's he's kind of a lifetime, or first 3 years he was kind of a backup LSM, and he's really become our leader down there. He's an animal on ground balls. He's good off the face-off wing, and he's really smart IQ for the game. And then on offense, the two seniors, Dave and Steve, they're just good leaders. They know when to slow the ball down, when to push it. Both of them can shoot pretty well.
Which makes a huge difference, right? Having coaches on the field make your job a little easier, right? So, hey, let's talk about one thing going into this game. You've had all week to prepare for the Gauchos. What's that one thing that you've been focusing on to make sure you guys are ready to go today?
Ground balls. Both teams are really good. I think that whoever wins the ground ball battle will have a good shot to win it, the old cliche. Sure. And then for us, shot selection. They got a really good freshman goalie, and we got to make sure that we don't contribute to him getting hot.
No question about it. Shoot well early. All right. Well, Coach, thanks for stopping by. There's a horn. You got to go. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris. Great stuff from both coaches there. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the opening face-off. And we're live here with the opening face-off coming up. Matt Holman alongside Chris Malone. We are underway here from the campus of Santa Barbara. Chapman winning that open face-off. Chris, great stuff on the pregame interviews with the coaches. Two of our top coaches in the SLC dropping some knowledge on us there pregame. So
yeah, both coaches focused, ready to go. So we really appreciate them coming by. I know what it's like being a head coach, getting ready for a big game. Yeah. So, but great job by Simon Jankin off the face-off. Siegel comes up with a great ground ball. And Coach Hartley actually talked about Siegel just being a great ground ball guy. And there you got it within the first 2 seconds of the game. He comes up with a GB.
Right. So, folks, what's at stake here is a bye in the SLC tournament coming up. Starts next weekend. And if you don't think these teams will love a weekend off, you are sadly mistaken. The winner of this game will be our SLC Division I North in-season champion. And you see a turnover there.
Yeah, Herney picks it off. Santa Barbara's coming out in the zone defense. And Herney did a great job getting a stick in the passing lane. Unfortunately, couldn't clear it, where Chapman just comes up with a great ride. And if you notice by Chapman's ride, the Chapman player goes with the creates the contact first instead of throwing the check. And I want to say that was Dylan Gardner who kind of jacked up Herning there for a little bit to loosen the ball. It's a great way to ride. A lot of young players will go check first. Hold your guy up, then you can throw the checks.
Yes, and as always, as you can see the scoreboard in the corner, we'll still give you updates on the time when we're on the far end. But as always, these broadcasts are interactive. So feel free to shoot us a tweet, and we'll get that handle up there just in a moment. It is at the @SLC Lacrosse Twitter handle. And you can also chat in the view page of your live stream there if you're on a laptop or something. I know such like to give a shout out to them.
Wow. That's a great look. Great look by Greason, and great shot, great overhand shot. If you've tuned into us each week, Coach Holman and I love the overhand shot.
Fundamentally
and
sound.
Abruzesa right there with a nice overhand, high-to-high shot, and he gets the Chapman goalie, Peter Brydon, dipping a little bit there. So great way to start out. Coach Hartley talked about that in the pregame interview. Talked about making sure they take good quality shots, make the goalie earn every save, and there's a great look right there with Abruzesa with his left hand. There's another face-off win by Jankin. He's going to be tough to handle at the X. You know, Coach Hartley also talked about him in the pregame. He was just a do-it-all midfielder, endless worker. You know, if you watch him over there at the box, he actually tossed his face-off stick, grabbed his offensive stick, and here he comes. Chapman's going to get their second midfield in, and that's one thing Chapman does. They will play a lot of bodies. You know, so you might think that you have them, and they've been in some close games this year. You might think you have them, but they have a lot of energy in the fourth quarter, which allows them to win those close games.
Yeah, both rosters are deep. We're looking at 40 deep on each roster, which is a great thing, especially in late April when you're prepping for conference tournaments and a run at your national championships. You need bodies to see a shot there go wide.
Yeah, and that's a huge advantage that Chapman has. You know, and they got second midfield. You know, Jenkins a junior. You know, they got veterans. You know, on the second midfield, on the third midfield. You know, these aren't freshmen and sophomores. Like how Chapman's being patient here, waiting for that right opportunity. That's a great save there by Bride. Oh, there you go, Jankin. Hockey's it in. Makes it 2-0. Bryden came up with a good save, right? But gave up the rebound, and Jankin is able to get the hockey slap shot to go.
A loose change will kill you every time.
And if you're Coach Allen, this is not, obviously you never want a game to start this way, but especially this one. I mean, you got a veteran group in Chapman, you got a young group in Santa Barbara. You have to start off, your first 5 minutes of this game have to go well, and Santa Barbara has yet to be on the offensive end of the field.
I was just about to say that, and they haven't been on offense, which really hurts. So 11-15 in the first quarter. Chapman wins another face-off. Which again, is to echo what you're saying, Chris, we don't, Coach Allen would rather see some type of ground ball action. You just need a small victory. Maybe a ground ball, you pick off a pass or something. Get your guys settled in. It's a great fake.
That's the shot. Yeah, good fake. But you gotta shoot it.
Yeah,
right. And this goalie Bryden's at 70% coming into this game. I mean, you can't just shoot, right? I mean, you have to take quality shots to score against this man.
Greason's one of their top scorers. And you almost think he shot that as if it was just going to go in on its own.
And Greason will do that. Greason's one of those guys that, he'll test the waters a little bit, as they say, and feel people out early on in the game.
I think he might call that his off-speed look.
Could be.
Regardless, that's probably one that Coach Hartley would like back and put some mustard on it.
So Santa Barbara, first possession of the game. We've talked about their young group, a lot of freshmen out here doing some phenomenal things this year. They really need to just make sure everyone gets a touch, gets comfortable, and really take advantage of the first possession. You know, the first possession can dictate, essentially the course of the game. Because once again, you want guys to get comfortable. And here's Chapman shutting off with their short sticks. They're gonna make Santa Barbara beat their pulse. It's not easy to do. I mean, they got a nucleus of great defenders down there. Shriver. You got Crossan, Seidel. I mean, it's just a number of guys. I mean, they're 6 guys deep. And there's a rip.
Not a bad first shot.
No, that's Alex Dixon. That's their guy. He's got 44 points on the year. He's got his hands free. He's going to let it fly. He can light it up. He can light it up outside 12.
And you know, sad thing, it wasn't on goal, but the good thing is it was backed up by Santa Barbara, which gives this young offense, as you just pointed to, they're young, and that's some confidence you need. You know, you want those backs up. You want a couple of ground balls. Here you get some pressure with a short stick on a Chapman behind.
And there's Alex Dixon, and there he is.
Let's see if the feet were good.
Right.
We double check. Yes, the feet were good. They rule it a goal. Great stuff. 2-1, Chapman ahead at the 8:54 mark. As you said, that was a freshman.
Right, that's Alex Dixon. He's out of Crespi High School. He got the short stick matchup there. He's their best offensive player. He got the short stick matchup. Chapman is a little slow to slide. Right, you got to go early to Dixon. You got to make other guys put the ball in the net. You can't let him, put up, 5 today. And make other guys put up 5. So I'm surprised they went a little slow there. But when you're shutting off, right, you're taking guys out of the slide package, right, which makes your slides longer.
Steps away, so your slides are going to appear late all day because you're much further distance.
So great job by Dixon, not playing like a freshman, obviously.
Chapman wins another face-off there. And they'll look to run a little bit, a little press on there. Throw it away, Santa Barbara ball.
Yeah, not sure why Kressel didn't let that one go.
Now
Don't know. Caught it flat-footed. You got to move your feet to catch that one, increase your angle on the cage, and take the shot.
The one more pass that you're saying don't. As Kobe Bryant said in his speech, they told me not to pass tonight.
Right, right. Great ride.
Good ride effort.
By Kressel to get it back. He's the one who turned it over. And that's what veterans do.
Make
right?
Up for
You
it.
turn it over, you get it back. You do whatever you can to get it back.
You don't drop your head, youngsters. Never drop your head on the field. Just keep playing. You never know what's going to happen. As you saw there, he just wrote it out. Caused a turnover. Or indirect cause of a turnover, I'll say. And, again, folks, tweet at us. We'll pop that handle up at SLC Lacrosse. Feel free to let us know where you're watching from, moms and dads, relatives, fans of the MCLA. Love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from. It's a beautiful day here in Santa Barbara, up in Goleta. 78 degrees, nice breeze off the ocean. Come on a road trip to Santa Barbara.
You might not want to come on a road trip because half your team might stick around.
Yeah,
they might not come back with you.
To transferring, but just a great atmosphere. The rec department has done a good job with all the rec sports, and they gave them a new turf field, as you see, permanent men's and women's lines. Just a great little atmosphere there.
So you got Chapman with the first midfield out there, kind of dragging, popping guys off, cutting guys back in. I actually thought they had Riley open on the crease on one of those, but Abruzzese decided not to feed him, which is fine. Be patient.
Got a matchup zone here by Santa Barbara early on.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chapman's not dodging the short sticks. Like Kressel's got a short stick right there. Go right at him. Right, Abruzzese's got a short stick here. Go right at him, and there you go. Right, go at the short sticks. A lot of teams, and we've talked about this in a previous game, a lot of teams think you can't dodge when teams are in the zone. You can. There's Kressel against the shorty right there. Right, draw and dump. Right, and there you go. Right, and there you go. I mean,
because all
it's
the
not that hard.
Whole defense breaks down because they're trying to figure out, okay, we don't know how to slide out of this package.
Right, and that's Wesley Greason with his 24th goal in the year.
Is that his second? No, that's his first goal. Excuse me.
Yeah, first goal today. It's just a great job by Kressel, right? And actually, the officials put the timer on. No need to panic. But they eventually started going to the short sticks. Abruzzese wanted the short stick, missed wide. Kressel goes to the short stick, draws, dumps, and then Greason kind of took it from there. Did a great job, made a nice individual play to get that ball in the back of the net with a nice overhand shot.
And overhand again. And, I look at that zone D, and once Chapman figured it out, it's almost like you want to bump back into your man because they didn't know the first 2 times around. You know how teams can, you can bump in and out of the zone.
Sure.
I just know when I used to, when I was coaching and I got a chance to go back to Syracuse and listen to John Desko, and he's explaining their zone, how they pinch and they bump, they flow in and out of it. They practice that constantly because if you stay in it too long, he always said, if you're staying in it too long, we're going to get burned.
Yeah, I mean, players are smart enough, and
Yeah,
you're going up against a veteran group. They're going to figure it out. They're going to get shots. I mean, you play zone, they're going to get shots.
Right.
You got to make sure you're smart about when you're going in and out of it.
Right.
Shot wide, go to man.
Go to man, get out of it, yeah.
Another shot wide, go to zone.
I look at it like Santa Barbara wants to slow this game down, obviously. They want to take some time off. We did that for that first 2 times around. Come back out of it. But I'm not second-guessing Coach Allen because he is a smart coach.
And they've played zone. I mean, Coach Allen's,
He knows it.
He's played zone in the past, so look, his guys are comfortable with it. There's a nice shot.
That is a good shot.
Once again, nice low shot by Blake Samuel, who's been around. He's having a great year, 22 goals, 6 assists. I believe he's the second leader in points. So these are the guys, you want to look at Dixon, you want to look at Samuel. These guys are going to have to step up and play. Got a freshman in Loper. He's put up some points this year, 19 goals, 6 assists. The one thing we haven't talked about is a brand new goalie here.
For Chapman?
For Chapman, brand new goalie, Burrell. First game starting this year. Granger is actually in street clothes with a knee brace on. He's got to get his knee checked out. Supposedly got rolled on. I don't know if it happened this week in practice or during a game. But
I did not catch that. Good
so we have a brand new goalie for Chapman.
And he's a senior, so he's had a lot of experience. And I tell you what, going against these guys in practice is probably no joke. And that's Mark Burrell, senior goalie out of St. Andrews High School in Austin, Texas. So roster of well-represented rosters. If you folks are online, check out these rosters. I mean, there's kids from all over the country on each roster. It's a testament to the MCLA and the reach of some of these great SLC teams.
Good team defense here by Chapman. Good patience by Santa Barbara. With that shot, probably not going to have a timer on. Here's Dixon again.
Nice dodge.
Not afraid to go to the goal. Got to put a body on him. Can't just let him walk through. Got to put a body on him. Great GP. Great GP by Parker Core. And he's a workhorse. He does it. He does it on the defensive end. He does it on the defensive end for Chapman.
Just a real nifty move on offense there. Quick feet.
Dixon's a player. He could definitely play. I mean, look, he played at Crespi last year. Crespi was in the championship game in Los Angeles in that league. And he's the reason why. You look at how Crespi's doing right now, they're struggling. And Alex Dixon, his graduation hurt them. But he was a great asset for them for 4 years.
And kudos to Coach Allen and his staff for reloading here at Santa Barbara in a way.
Oh, their freshman class it's got to be one of the best in the country.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed anybody following them this year, they had big win on the road at Colorado. And,
yep, big win over Colorado, 14-10.
I've had played a lot of the top 10 teams to 1 and 2 goal games overtime, near misses. So talk about getting some real good work in with your freshmen and experience-wise.
Great defense. Great bottom hand check. Great bottom hand check by Harrison. He's a sophomore defender for the Gauchos. Just keeping it simple. Get on the bottom hand. No need to throw a bunch of checks. Be patient. Greason looked like he was getting ready to make a pass there. And nice slap check on the bottom hand. Dislodged the ball.
Yeah, we mentioned it last time down this end. And having that Mac Burrell in the goal for Chapman, his buddy Sam Nessler at Dallas Stars 24, giving him a shout out. He said, "Roll town," as in Chaptown.
Gauchos got an advantage with the substitution.
Nice find. Great ball movement.
I think the ball movement was great. The defense was just as good.
Better. Defense was better.
Look, the D middies for Chapman, you got Melby and Parker Core. I mean, they're just tough. they're tough guys. You'll see Simon Jenkins down here. I mean, their deep middies are essentially poles too. This is a tough defense to get by. When these guys are focused and dialed in, they are tough to run by. Got a flag down.
Ooh,
Shot wide.
Good off-hit shot. A little wide.
Zabel.
Let's see what we got here. You guys saw, let's see. It's a hold, 30-second penalty with the hold on Chapman. First look at Santa Barbara's man up.
Yep, first look of the day. Once again, I think you're looking at Samuel or Dixon here. And it looks like Chapman's going to shut off Dixon, which I'm all for that. I'm a big fan of the shut off.
So referee stops for his time.
And you might see number 42 here, Riley, kind of shut off and then come back in, play a little cat and mouse game. You know, kind of similar to what you're saying.
Looks like we have a...
Kind of similar to what you're saying in terms of coming in and out of the zone.
Right.
Right. They're going to do the same thing here with man down.
Okay, folks, we have a correction on that last foul. They actually, it was relayed improperly. It's actually a slash, so it's a 1-minute foul at the 1:30 mark of the first quarter. Santa Barbara will have about 57 seconds here of man up time. They got it all straight. That's good that they stopped it and got that straight, because that's a big difference between 30. Oh, and we got
officials. You have the whistle. You can do that.
Yeah, we got a veteran crew here, doing a great job so far. And they, like us, wish that both teams just play a great game. You know?
Yeah. Wow, first save for Burrell.
And that's a great save, because that's a real good confidence builder. I don't agree with the shot.
Yeah, a little far out.
Far away and straight on man up. I mean, that's a goalie's dream for man up. So see Santa Barbara pressuring the ball. If they can come up with this GB. Great hustle by the attack and get it back and reset this. They still have about 20 seconds to go in their man up. They press. Shoot that. Oh, my
Dixon
goodness.
just wide.
My goodness.
I thought Burrell might have ran that one out. But here, Blanchard's the pole who brought that ball over the midfield line and threw it wide, and it was a sidearm pass, right? He throws a sidearm pass, and the ball does not go where you need it to go when you throw a pass like that. Throw the ball ran.
Sidearm pass with a long pole.
Wow!
Oh, my gosh. That is outside. That is high. That is in the upper corner. That is Alex
Dixon.
Tomei.
No, Dixon, number 8.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Number 18 again. Dixon for Santa Barbara goes offside from about 17 and gets one past Burrell. And look, young guys, you have to understand that when you turn the ball over and you give a team another chance, I promise you about 50 to 60% of the time when you're playing a good opponent, the ball will end up in the back of the net.
Correct.
And and Santa Barbara took advantage of it. And the reason it's 50 to 60% is because the defensive team that fail cleared it, they're thinking about the fail clear, right? And the team that got the ball back, they're thinking, hey, new life, right? Let's get one,
yeah.
Right? And so you just can't fail clear the ball. You just can't do it. Not against good teams.
25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chapman on the quick break loses it up in the air. Retained by their long pole. See if they can get something on the goal here. Santa Barbara obviously wanted to keep it loose.
Plenty of time. I mean, you got 10 seconds. Plenty of time.
Got 2 open on the backside here. Oh, they picked it up now. Oh.
It's a great inside roll.
And a better save again.
Great save.
And the goalie's sitting on it, which he can do. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the goalie, Bryden does a great job there by not moving. And essentially, he knows that the corner is about to run out.
Just sit on it.
Right? Just sit on it. Let the corner run out.
I believe it's still a white ball. It should be. But there might have been an issue. The bench officials coming in. There might have been a clock stoppage inadvertently here. So we'll check. But yeah, that's, as you can see, young goalies. Yeah, they should have. I think what they did is they stopped that early.
Sure.
Before they didn't blow the whistle, because the game keeps going. It doesn't matter if the goalie sits on it. He can sit on it.
Right.
He can grab it with his hand. So the game keeps going when he's within his crease. I think the timer just thought that was since everybody kind of stopped, they stopped the clock inadvertently.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, was there a whistle?
There wasn't.
There wasn't
But
a
I think
whistle,
when
so
you're
the
over
clock
there,
just
you
ran
can't
out.
really hear. Yeah.
I mean, the shot was taken with about 5 seconds to go in the 5-6 seconds to go in the quarter.
Right.
So you're sitting on it. I mean, he was sitting there for a good
Right.
4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Let,
So.
Let's all remember we don't have professional timekeepers over here.
No,
so,
we do not. No, we do not.
We're gonna take. Oh, excuse me, Chris. We're gonna take a quick break. You guys can check out the MCLA ad coming up here. We're gonna take a quick break just to get a drink of water and refresh. Start the second quarter. 3-2 as we go into the second quarter. Chapman up over Santa Barbara. We'll be right back.
Probably one of the lone veterans on this team.
And we're back to live action. Thank you, TVX Video, for correcting that quickly.
Dixon with the ball behind.
Yeah, excuse me, Chris. Those of you watching noticed that darn red dot there. We had to get rid of it. So, live action here. 3-2 Chapman up. The away Chapman Panthers are in black. Santa Barbara, the home team, in its white with its UC gold helmet. Beautiful day here on campus of Santa Barbara.
And I think if you're Coach Allen, you love where your team is right now.
I mean,
you know,
you definitely.
You were down 2-0, right?
3-1 to 3-2 going into the second is a big difference.
Yeah,
for the young team.
You were down 2-0 in the first 4 minutes of this game. Bring it back to 3-2, and here you are trying to tie it up.
Oh, and oh gosh, just almost a defensive error there coming around the goal.
It's Welsh who was another friend. There's a look inside. Samuel finds Dixon on the cut. Dixon with his third.
Apparently, if I turn my head, Santa Barbara scores, so I'll keep that in mind. So I was about to mention Welsh out of Pacific Ridge High School. Darren Lawler's program up there in Encinitas, California. Old friend Darren running a great program out of Pacific Ridge. But 3-3 now, Chris. And we just said Santa Barbara couldn't be happier. Well, now they are happier. They tied it up.
Yeah, and Dixon has all three. And I said it earlier in the broadcast, early in the first quarter, that you have to make someone else on the Santa Barbara team score goals.
Right.
You have to. I mean, you just cannot. You cannot take your eyes off of 18. You can't do it. You can't do it.
And quite frankly, Coach Allen would love to see other guys score. Because they would open it up for 18 if somebody else starts scoring. Spread that attention around, then you're really going to have an offense.
It just goes back to don't let the other team's best guys beat you.
Right.
You can't do it. I do notice that Chapman's missing one of their top defenders. And Nicky Mullen. He's not in the game. I don't know why. Try to find that out. If anybody knows, let us know.
Is that him sitting down over there on the far end?
Could be.
I can't see the number, but
wow!
Great bounce shot.
Wrestle.
Beautiful
rip.
shot.
Just a nice overhand shot.
Stepped into that overhand
Just a nice
shot.
overhand.
Yep.
Stepped into the gap, and that's what's going to happen. Bryden is going to see a lot of shots today.
Yes.
But the thing,
yes, he is.
He hasn't gone up against offense like this.
No.
I mean, these guys, they have multiple weapons. I mean, right? Dixon has all 3 for Santa Barbara. Chapman has 4 different scores.
Right.
With all 4 goals.
Right.
Right, and that just tells you all you need to know about the Chapman offense.
And that's what any team wants to get to. Multiple scores. Score from anywhere. Long poles, D-mid, it doesn't matter. Now, if Santa Barbara can win this face-off, that'll really help it. That's a little bit of a push. Yeah.
I was going to say, I didn't see what the official saw there.
It was he pushed him, and then white pushed into black, so it was like one of those cause-effect things. That's a good timeout by Coach Allen right there.
Yeah, great timeout.
Yeah. He saw. I mean, you're getting triple team, you're a young team, and you're down 1. So that's they won that face-off.
Loper forgot that he was playing against another team.
Yeah, Coach, I think that is.
That is Nicky Mullen.
Yeah,
he is. He's down. He's in uniform.
So
he's one of their top defenders.
Maybe he warmed up and has a nagging, and they said, we got to rest you.
He was hurt last year. He's kind of been hurt throughout his career. It's a long season. Chapman plays a lot of games. Guys get dinged up. Guys get dinged up. Guys need a break.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about it with both coaches. Actually talked about health.
Yeah.
During the pregame interviews, and
always
this
a major
is the time
concern.
of the year where you start losing a couple bodies start coming back.
Yep.
And hopefully, by the end of this month, you have everybody back.
That's why we said, at the top of the broadcast, you get that bye next week. Can you imagine? I mean, that's you're off. You're off. Let's see, you're done today at 5 p.m. and you're not playing until the 29th at 4:30 or 7 p.m. I mean, that's a godsend.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about the bye is you can get healthy. The bad thing about the bye is that you're out of sync.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you're out of sync. What do you do on that weekend off, right?
Right.
I remember, at ASU, we had to play the first round game one time. And to be honest,
it actually
wasn't. Yeah, I thought it did.
Yeah.
I thought it did. I mean, we still won the tournament that year.
Right.
I thought it was a positive for us.
Don't let me give the impression it's the end of the world.
It's not.
It's having that you're home. The winner of the loser of this game is home next week. They'll host. So how it works in the SLC is we have a North and South division. The number 1 seed in each division will get a bye. The 2 seeds will host the opposite division 3 seed. So it is not the end of the world. As Coach Malone was saying, you get that game in.
Maybe you need to work on some things. Maybe you need to work on some things,
Yeah. Santa Barbara's young, so that probably could help them. Chapman's more a little older, and they could use the rest probably.
There's a positive to both.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Our ocean breeze has picked up, which it does in the afternoon, so we apologize for Mother Nature, but we cannot do anything about that.
Here's the matchup right there. Shriver's on Dixon. They now have a pull on Dixon. First quarter, they're trying to shut him off with a short stick. This is going to be a matchup for everyone to watch. And there's the ball. Ball's free right there.
I think defensive coordinator Kyle Morrison made a little adjustment there at the quarter break.
Yeah, look, I mean, if you're Dixon, you can't. The chances of Chapman letting you continue to score goals.
Slim to none.
It's just not going to happen.
They're not the number 1 team at 14-0 for no reason at all. And there's a timeout from Chapman when the tackman got tied up with this defender.
So I have to tip my hat off to Shriver there, just keeping it
sportsmanship.
simple on Dixon, playing the bottom hand, and
Right.
and then dislodges the ball again.
And sorry I cut you off, Chris. I was just noticing the good sportsmanship at the end there on that timeout call. The Chapman offensive players really actually tied up, literally snagged his gear on the Santa Barbara defenseman, and the guy didn't freak out either one. Just get up clean, pat each other on the back, and move on. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Check out this message for the SLC playoffs, and we will be back here in live action. The 10:27 mark in the second quarter. Still a 4-3 ball game. Chapman up by 1, and we're right in here in the stands here. And there's probably 200 people here.
Yeah, it's a great crowd, and more students continue to keep going. A lot going on around the campus. I think there's an event going on over at the pool.
Baseball stadium has baseball game. Excuse me, is behind us. The women's team, I'll have to check and see if we get those results, but the women's team was hosting their playoff game here. The Women's Lacrosse Club was hosting their game earlier today before us. So hopefully they did well. Just going to make sure we got a little hole in the net. Don't want that happening. And again, interactive broadcast. Let's check the Twitter feed. See who's been checking in with us. Make sure you let us know at SLC Lacrosse. It's our Twitter handle.
Yeah, not sure what's going on. There's a hole in the
net. In that upper right corner. Yep.
Something you hopefully take care of.
Yeah.
Before the game.
Well, that was where that shot got scored from just a few minutes ago down here, if you remember.
You're saying the Chapman shooters are bringing the heat?
I mean, the Nets have been baking in the sun a while, Coach. So it might not be so much the shooter. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they can shoot. Hey, we talked about it. You zone it up against Chapman.
Yeah.
Bryden's going to see some heat today.
So here we got some. We'll give a shout out to the Santa Barbara women's team here coming by us. We're going to take a quick break, see how they did. And we got the word officially from the Gaucho Women's Lacrosse Club. Congratulations on their win earlier against UC Davis. So they'll be going on. And it's great to see them coming out to support their counterparts. And that's the Western Women's Lacrosse League, the WWLL. Looks like Santa Barbara's actually hosting this weekend in 2016, so good for them. Got the hole fixed. 10:27. Matt Holman alongside Chris Malone here. SLC Game of the Week live at the Santa Barbara Gaucho Stadium.
Santa Barbara still coming out in the zone.
And, with this young goalie, it's the first time I've got to see him, but with everything we've been reading and hearing about, solid goalie, so the zone probably helps him. You're taking outside shots.
70% on the year. 70% of the year.
I mean, that's just outstanding as a freshman.
If you're thinking about zoning it, do it with that guy. Do it with a goalie. Make those outside saves. And, great job by Sean Harvey running that ball out. Kressel made a good move, but Harvey runs it out. Looks like we're going to get an offsides here. Offsides by Santa Barbara with a quick whistle. Young teams will do that.
Yeah.
Young
too
teams.
many over.
I don't know what it is, but it takes young guys a long time to figure out how to count four. I don't know why that is.
When in doubt, stay out. Stay back.
Stay back.
Your coach will yell at you to go when you need to go, so just stay back and be like, Coach, I just wanted to take an extra step. I'm learning my lesson.
The crazy thing is, I mean, you had to do it in high school.
Yeah.
It's a great skip.
Oh
Nice
my
save.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Nice save by Bryden.
And that was his off. He had to come across his body.
Yeah, it was a great look by Caressel. Had Greason on the sneak.
Perfectly placed shot. It was just a great save.
Bryden comes with a nice offside hip save. One-on-one right on the doorstep.
8:50 to go in the second quarter. Oh, I thought Santa Barbara was offsides again, but they were just subbing in.
And Bryden's going to have to make saves like that. This is 4th of the day. He's going to probably have to be around that 60 to 65% if the Gauchos are going to come out on top. Once again, bottom hand. It's just a great defensive play by Titterton.
Got a break here. You got a traditional break with a point.
Nice skip.
Oh, it's a beautiful skip, just a hair off. And it's going to be a push play on. Chapman retained it, so no reason to stop it. Veteran crew of officials, as we mentioned here earlier, and they, I got to chat with them during their pregame briefly, and all they said is, we just hope it's a good game and we don't want to get involved.
Who's that, Chapman?
No, the officials.
Yeah,
And that's a great thing.
Officials should never want to get involved.
No official wants to be involved in a game.
Hey, the best game is the game where you don't have to blow your whistle.
You don't blow your whistle. Maybe your flag comes out once.
Sure.
Called the old warning shot. Got it. The wind's picking up here. Great.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That is a rip. A rip by Gardner, and that's his first on the day. That's just an absolute cannon. Absolute cannon by Gardner. And that's the 5th goal for Chapman. They're up 5-3. And that is the 5th goal scorer for Chapman.
Right.
You may stop one guy, but you're going to have to stop 2. You may stop 2, you're going to have to stop 3.
And he's out of Oregon, so it's another great Oregon recruit. It's been the Oregon pipeline at Chapman as long as I can remember.
Oh, yeah, they've always had players from Oregon.
I know when I coached against him.
Yeah, Bryden.
Great face-off win by Santa Barbara.
He's going to keep seeing rubber.
And what we're seeing, too, is the Santa Barbara high school lacrosse scene, I hear, has been picking up. And I'm seeing a lot of young high schoolers coming in front of us here with their sticks in hand. So
yeah, the game's definitely growing. The game's definitely growing in Santa Barbara. They have the Santa Barbara Lacrosse Association, which is essentially the youth program, and those numbers continue to grow every year.
One might think it's an isolated area, which it is a little bit. Gorgeous place to live. But coming up on the 6:50 mark in the second quarter here. Santa Barbara looking to slow it down, and they'll wait. They'll probably hold it and wait until over. Okay.
I like Welsh's athleticism, and I like his aggressiveness. The one thing I don't like with him, and this is the second time he's done it today, he dodges with his head down. So he doesn't see the defense.
Doesn't see the defense.
And he's turned it over. He's turned it over twice now. He's got to dodge with his head up. A lot of players, they want to run faster, so they look down at their feet.
Right.
Oh, I'm just gonna run so fast.
And it's slightly a confidence thing, because I can remember back when I played, and it kind of the world opens up when you're looking up, and then I realized, and my coach really did a good job of giving me some tricks.
Well, here's the thing
to do and what to look for, and then you just the game becomes so easy because you're literally seeing. And most defenses are calling, I'm going already.
Right.
So why not have your head up?
Oh, here's going to be a shot right here, and that's a great
save.
Great save by Bryden.
I thought that was a goal too, Chris.
Yeah, I thought it was going 5-all.
I thought it went right in. A good save, but yeah, I agree with you. You dodge with your head down at the college level, you're going to have bad results as you see a tip ball there.
But here's the thing: if you dodge with the head up, you might not actually have to make a move because someone might get open and you just throw the ball to them.
Yeah.
Right.
So 5:30 to go in the second quarter here. 5-3 ball game. I would guess that Santa Barbara, besides wanting to be tied or ahead, this is not a bad position for them.
No, Bryden comes up with a big save. I think that was needed. They needed to get a stop right there. You go down 3. I mean, I think you got against a veteran team, you're
right.
in a tough spot.
And
so.
Chapman is a team of runs this year.
Yep.
They will go on
Yep.
runs. So you want to stop them, and obviously Coach Allen has prepped his guys. These long possessions are exactly what they need. Now if they can get a goal at the end, even better. As you see
That's
good,
inadvertent. I don't think there's
it's
any.
a good no call. There was a hold at the end when they fell on top of each other. But
Coach, where's the hold? Guy checked him.
no, after when he fell, the other guy fell on top of him. That's a hold.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, just briefly. That's kind of like a bailout call. But I like the no trip call because
It was inadvertent.
he just slipped. One guy slipped and got tangled up.
There's a cutter again, a little high.
Tough feed.
That center, the crease area, call it the hub area, has been open all day on the Chapman defense.
And I think you mentioned that when we had Chapman, Colorado at Chapman, that right in that little sweet spot in the middle in the crease area was open a lot.
Yeah.
Colorado found it a
scored
few
some-
times.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when they started coming back.
Man, Shriver is dialed in on Dixon right now. Gets the ball on the ground again. Chapman gets the GB. Chapman's poles, they have sticks. They have some great sticks. They can pick it up. They can push the transition. You know, we mentioned earlier, Nicky Mullins, one of their top defenders. He's over on the sideline right now. But great job by Shriver, just keeping it simple on Dixon. And Dixon's going to have to really figure out what he's going to do to get an edge. Because it's just not happening right now. .53 Chapman here. We got 3:30 to go in the second quarter. Santa Barbara still in their zone defense. Chapman will take their time. Somebody's going to get a shot, and Bryden will have to come up with a save. It's just the way I feel. And there it is. There's a shot by Greason. There's a save. Another save by Bryden on Caressel, and Bryden's has 7 saves on the game.
This is a
5 against. He's playing well.
And we're still in the
He's
first
playing
half.
well.
We're still in the first half, and to me it appears like the more he saves, or the more shots they're taking on him, he's really heating up.
He's getting in. He's getting into his zone. There's
goalies
no question
can
about it. He's
definitely
getting
be
into his zone. Both teams have a timeout left. We're about the 2:40 mark.
You'll probably see a good possession here that'll end in a timeout if Santa Barbara doesn't get a good shot off here. And a quick shout out to at John Becker, watching from snowy Boulder, Colorado. I know our friends at Joe Paris and his group out there wanted to broadcast that CSU battle.
Who won that game?
It's still, I'm going to check the feed, but they couldn't with the snow conditions and stuff. So, love to see some still shots. Anybody out there watching at CU? Shannon Lukens, if you can take some still shots and post them on Twitter, that'd be neat. Because I'm sure it's a whiteout, so to speak. There. We'll check the score there, Coach. Pretty sure they're going on right now. It's just that's probably some poor advice from a fan.
I think Blake Samuel heard his mom tell him to shoot it. And Burrell comes up with
not a good time to
save
shoot
of the
it.
game. But I was just about to say they were having a great possession. The possession started at 2:40. They ran about 50, 55 seconds off the clock.
I saw no reason to shoot that ball.
No reason. You didn't have anything.
Maybe we can get that mom over here for an interview and ask her why she would yell such a thing. But that is a Chapman mom, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, just have to have some patience, and that's where being a veteran against a young player comes into play, right? If you look at Chapman right now, they're getting quality shots. Bryden's coming up with some great saves, but every offensive possession they're getting good looks.
Right. So we got a timeout here. We're trying to find some scores, and I'm looking at now this was a few minutes ago, but it was 11-11.
Well,
Grand Canyon at San Diego State.
At San Diego State.
Is Grand Canyon running into another late season hiccup like they did with UNLV? And I'm not putting State down or UNLV, but
I think it's just one of those seasons where it
Just
doesn't matter. It
doesn't
doesn't matter
matter,
who you're playing. I mean, personally for me, well, obviously Chapman's 15-0, and you got Georgia Tech who's undefeated. But there really hasn't been a team that I've watched that can't lose.
Right.
I mean, in
And
my
that includes
mind,
Chapman right here.
you know, you get to the national tournament here and you come out with all the seedings, it really doesn't matter,
No,
right? I mean, if your first round game is gonna be a tough game,
correct.
right? So the parity in the game is top notch right now, and you better get a good night's sleep and be ready to go on game day.
You really,
Coach Hartley, I'm sorry to cut you off. Coach
No,
Hartley talked about that. He goes, look, when you're number one, you're getting every team's best effort.
Right.
You
right.
are.
And Grand Canyon
so,
is still one from last year. So if they
Right.
think they're going to
There's-
roll
yeah.
into any divisional
Yeah.
game, it's SDSU's. They play one more tomorrow, crosstown rival USD. But this is their last divisional game. Why wouldn't you want to upset things and beat Grand Canyon at home in front of your fans? It's Aztec Alumni Day too. Shout out to my fellow Hall of Famers there.
Oh, wow. Al Bruzessa
Just a tough one.
hooks the feed. Riley on the crease. The defender checks Riley's stick. The
Just-
ball continues to go, and it ends up in the back of the net. That's extremely unfortunate.
Now, if you're stat keeper for Chapman, you're probably giving him an assist and a goal, but a tough one. And as a goalie, he's got to shake that off. Just shake it off. That's not. There's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
anybody can do about that.
unfortunate. You got to really just track that ball the whole way. That's tough. That's a tough one. Bryden should keep his head up. He's been playing great.
What's that four-letter word that starts with S? And the next word is happens.
Yeah.
The 1:06 mark in the second quarter here. Chapman got one, 6-3. They doubled up on.
Simple ground ball. Good job by Herning. Way to goose it up. Gooses it over to his teammate. Just a great job. Great job by the Gauchos to get possession there.
Coach Allen screaming for a timeout. Kind of went the wrong way. Always one of the coaches out there. Ball's on your end. Turn to your left and go back to your defense. You'll see that trailing official will be standing right next to your bench. Easy timeout call. That lead officials usually got their back to you and worried about the goal and the ball. We're looking for some update scores here. And I believe, Chris, that stands right now.
11-11 at the end
yeah,
of three.
11-11 down at the Aztecs, GCU, San Diego State. Colorado, I'm not seeing yet, and I think they just started when we did. We'll try, we'll give another shout out here. Spencer Knapp.
I didn't go.
Excuse me, Spencer Knapp, shout out. Please give equal time to Gaucho. Sounds like both of you are a Chapman alum. That's a negative, son. And we are doing our best to be equal. We always are.
Here's the thing, Chapman's up 6-3, right? I mean, the two guys that are, there's actually probably three players for Santa Barbara that's kind of sticking out right now. That's Dixon on attack, Herning as the LSM, and Bryden in the cage.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between the Santa Barbara team right now and the Chapman team. Chapman has just multiple guys on both ends of the field that make plays. Where really for Santa Barbara, it's a few players that just stand out. So we're not pro one way or the other, right? We just call it how we see it.
All we want is our typical one-goal game at the end, if not overtime. But keep those tweets coming. Let us know, CU Lacrosse, at CU Lacrosse, if you can let us know what your Buffs win. Excuse me, there it is. Thank you for that. CU 14-11 over CSU, so that's a good win for them. That's the end of their regular season, so they still have their tournament. That's an easy pickoff.
That's Shriver with the pickoff.
Let's see, Santa Barbara's recovered well here, though.
Not sure why Shriver didn't run the fast break. Still with it. Nice save by Bryden.
Bryden is
wow,
solid.
Melby. Nice high to low shot on the offside, and Bryden comes up with the answer. I was kind of surprised why Shriver didn't run the fast break. He kind of pulled it
did
out.
kind of peer off a little bit.
But he hit the trailer.
And that brings us up at halftime. As you can see, the kids are taking the field, storming it. We are going to cut our audio, let you guys reset, grab a drink of water. We'll come back to you with some thoughts after. Short messages.
Glad you guys aren't bullying those SPLA kids taking over the goal. Yeah.
And we're almost here. Excuse me, we're back here at Santa Barbara. We're not almost here. We're almost done with halftime. About a minute left to go. Chapman's up 6-3. As you can see there, SLC championships are coming up. Actually start next weekend with first round games. And as we mentioned, those are those games with the 2 seeds hosting the opposite 3 seeds. And those will take place in the home games. We'll have that announcement posted on our mcla.us/conference SLC page by Sunday evening, because it does matter what's going on here. And actually, I'm traveling, so we'll get that posted as the board gets all the results in. We'll have that posted for you Sunday evening. And then the finals are the weekend of April 29th and May 1 at La Costa Canyon High School down in Carlsbad, California. We invite all of you out to join us. You do need tickets for that. You can see the ticket link there on the bottom of the screen. You can also pick up tickets while you're visiting our MCLA page. Direct link tickets. It's only $5 a person, so it's an easy one. And we hope to see you out there. So we'll be right back to live action. Coming up here as soon as we get the clock set. Get Coach Malone back up here. And the opening face-off. It's like, oh, I spoke too soon. That's going to be a play on push. Chapman will win this opening face-off of the third. Coach Malone, thoughts on the first half of play?
I really feel like Chapman's probably controlled the game. With Santa Barbara going to a zone defense allows them to kind of take their time. So my takes are, it's all going to be on the same end of the field. I like Chapman's offense. They put up 6 against quality defense. And I like Bryden. I mean, Bryden's really kept Santa Barbara in this game, just making save after save. And that's just a great shot by Cressel. And this is going to be where Santa Barbara's going to be tough. You just played 30 minutes, pretty good defense, and you still gave up 6. Now you're a little tired. Right now, Chapman's a little bit more comfortable. They know what you're doing. They made their adjustment at halftime. Right. Bryden, and I said this earlier, Bryden will have to stand on his head if the Gauchos are going to come out on top.
Yeah, and he's been known to do that. So, and I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I like that. It's the first time we've seen Santa Barbara here on the broadcast. We've gotten, a little bit of video online and stuff like that, but they're passing the eye test. And, they come up with this face-off, get some momentum going. It's like, looks like White was on top of, you're going to get a conduct here. Might get a conduct.
Should be a delay game.
Let's walk away. Okay. That's probably their one warning they'll get.
And that's Loper. He's a freshman. I mean, no need to retaliate there.
You lost. You got a call against you. Just back up and play defense.
And Chapman's got the edge on the face-off category. They got 7 to the Gauchos 5, so not a big advantage, but a slight one. So the Gauchos are going to have to win some face-offs. Obviously, when you're losing, you got to win face-offs, but once again, I think every possession that Chapman has, they just get more comfortable.
You're wearing down a good defense here.
And there's another one.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Same thing. Greason draws it, right, gets the defenders to commit, and Cressel steps into the gap and gets his third of the day.
I really thought James Harrison there, the defender for the Gauchos, got there in time. And that stick had eyes, as they say, as the Thompson brothers say. And he wrapped it around.
Got his stick up the field, right, to increase his angle. And this time he put it low. Last shot went high.
And he saved it.
Right? Be able to shoot multiple ways. And Coach Allen right now doesn't want to have to use a timeout, but if he doesn't, this could get out of control.
Right. What he wants here is
see how this face-off goes.
They need this possession,
And there's Jenkins. He's actually got numbers here. He's going to shoot this. Nice save
there
by Bryden. Solid goalie play here. Yeah, 9 saves on the day for Bryden.
And it just in and out of the cage. This is solid goalie. He's only a freshman, showing some real maturity here.
Oh, there's that offsides call again.
And you know what, Coach?
Wait, actually,
They were
you know
subbing.
what?
They were subbing.
Welsh was coming in from the box side. He actually came in on sides, so he's good to go. Wow.
Oh, they had 7 over. That's what he's saying.
They should
he's
come
saying
in.
they had 7 on the offense. Is what he's saying.
All right, so then they either had too many on the field.
Too many on the offense.
If you have 7 on the offensive end of the field,
it's too many.
There's going to be a whistle. That's going to be called.
That's
right?
the right call. He's yelling to his counterpart, saying it was 7 on the offense.
Sure.
Because the officials really aren't concerned too much with the defense of offside. In a sense, they're always counting the 7 ahead. They're not counting the 4 back because that's where the teams are subbing, so you're going to miscount. So,
right.
The mechanic changed.
Ahead.
The mechanic changed 2 years ago to always count offense. If you have 7, it's undisputed. There's 7 guys.
Right.
So, because the mix-up there is we did the trail used to be the trail, and you'd count the guys on staying back on D, but you'd have all the subs, and you'd screw that up more times than not.
Wow.
That go in?
Yeah. Kressel, love the pump fake. I was just
good
about to say, he's moving well off the ball right now. Kressel's a guy, he could beat you off the dodge, but he can beat you without it too. And his teammates are finding him. And that's just a nice little pump fake. Obviously his confidence is high. It's his 4th goal of the day. Confidence is high, throws the pump fake, goes behind the back, and gets his 4th on the day. And like I said earlier, Coach Allen, you don't want to call a timeout with 12:21 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Right.
But if you don't, this could get out of hand. I really think they should call one right now.
You can tell he's kind of deliberating with himself right there at the corner of the box. So you really just hope Santa Barbara gets this face-off. Because they're winning the moves. There you go. He's been winning a lot of initial
Good job
moves.
by Loper on the face-off.
And now you don't want to rush. Get your guys on the field. Get your offense set.
And for Coach Allen, he might be thinking, this is a great learning experience for our guys.
Right.
Let's just play through this, see how we respond. I'm not going to waste a timeout. It is the regular season.
Weather the storm.
Because this team needs to grow. If they're going to make a run at the SLC championship and the MCLA championship, their team needs to grow up, and they need to grow up fast. And situations like
this is great.
Yeah, situations like this where you're down, 9-3. How do you respond? And Loper, starts it off with a good face-off win right there. Get a flag down here. Dixon.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Walk away. You draw another one. Walk away, Santa Barbara. You draw another one. There you go. No, just the one. Okay.
I don't know. Great dodge. Dixon takes on 2 defenders and wraps around Burrell for his 4th goal of the game.
The referees will convene to get this right.
And I don't know if there's what was going on at the end of the play, but I'm more focused on just the goal.
It's a beautiful shot.
He can make some plays. He makes wow plays.
Yeah, he makes wow plays. That's a good statement. True statement. We'll get this straight, so we'll let the coaches know first, and they'll come over and signal to the table. We'll read his body movements. So there was a second foul. Okay, good. They did. It's going to be on Chapman. One's a slash.
So it's going to be on Shriver. So they're going to call a dead ball foul on Santa Barbara, I think, which allows Chapman to get it.
And that's a conduct.
The first flag was a slash on Shriver. Right, so it would have been, without the dead ball, would have been a man-up face-off for Santa Barbara. With the dead ball.
Now it's Chapman's ball, gets it. Man down for a minute. Chapman ball, man down for a minute.
And Riley's just going to go at the short stick and leg it out. Just smart. I don't know why they had a short stick and a pole up there, and why not they didn't have 2 poles.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Wow.
Jeez, he turned that corner and everybody froze.
Let's just go back to the start of that. I don't know if we're showing replays today or not. Probably not. But look, you're getting double teamed. You got a short stick on one side, you got a pole on the other. Who do you go at? You got the shorty. You go at the shorty. I've seen guys go at poles. Why'd you go at the pole? I don't know. I don't know. I panicked. Of course he did. Yeah. Riley, once again a veteran, goes at the shorty, keeps his composure the entire time. There was no panic in that
And
possession
everybody
at all.
stayed at home because you're doubling, which is what you're supposed to. Everyone's going to stay at home.
Nothing wrong with a double. You're down. You're down.
Yeah.
10 to.
Well, here's
or 9 to 4.
Here's our man up face-off for Gaucho. So now they still have man up, and I apologize, I didn't write down the time of that penalty. And I'm going to say, oh, there it is. Okay, 30 seconds to go. So Gauchos are still man
you
up.
got 30
So
seconds right now. It's 30-second man
regular,
up.
Regular man up play, yeah, 30-second play. They can get one here.
Look for Dixon. I also like Michael Kerr, number 7, center front. He let one fly in the first quarter with some heat, just a little too far away. Burrell was able to come with the save, but he can bring it.
He really did.
Here he is.
Oh,
Nice. I like that. I like that. Good job, Michael Kerr.
James Gates on the goal benefactor there.
Way to step in. Way to step in and just draw the defender.
And it
I mean,
just
the whole defense thought he was going to shoot.
yeah,
right?
you called it because he let that one go in the first half. So
Yep.
then they think, oh, big shooter, we got to get out.
Right.
And he just stepped in and made the soft pass, soft hands to James Gates at a Sacred Heart Cathedral High School, Sacred Heart Cathedral High School out of San Francisco. So you're 10-5 now, Chapman. 10:36 to go in the third quarter. Santa Barbara, they need this face-off. It's got a mouthful of dust here from the field behind
Yeah,
it.
it's getting a little windy out here. We got
Excuse me.
a field of dirt behind us here.
That just swirled right up. Little Santa Ana winds, I feel like.
That's Chapman goes on runs because they can win face-offs.
Yeah.
Guys like Jenkins, guys like Seidel, Siegel. These are guys that they just get GBs. And so if you're Santa Barbara, it's just tough to play the make-it-take-it game.
Well, you watch those pregame interviews, and Coach, I believe it was Coach Hartley. I thought both coaches mentioned how just having smart players helps.
Yeah, Coach Hartley.
I think it was Coach Hartley Hart.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a lot of smart players, and that comes with guys that have played. And Santa Barbara keeping the same roster, they're going to have the same thing next year and the year after.
Yep.
And I'm not saying they're not ready now because they've been balling out.
I mean,
They
this
got a
game's
solid
far
goalie.
from over, right? This game's far from over, but Coach Allen's done a great job, him and his staff, going out there and finding some solid players. What a save!
He continues to impress.
Right.
To impress. How many? So give him another one there. Is that his 10th one for the game?
Yeah, 10 on the game.
10 on the game, folks. That's not a common occurrence.
I mean, you get double digits in saves. We're not even halfway through the third quarter.
Right.
No, he's a solid goaltender. He's had a great season, 70% of the year coming into this game. He's obviously one of multiple.
Colorado State on the back end of the CU game. On that trip, so.
Right after they beat CU.
Right. And there, being my role as a tournament director, when you're ahead against a young team, you do not want to give them confidence plays because young teams will just ball out on you.
Yeah.
They will come out, and Santa Barbara gets one or two more stops. I guarantee they're going to start balling out, and you're going to see a different ball club on white here.
No question about it.
Because their goalie is on fire, and I don't know. I was an offensive player. You had to. They made you play offense if you were good at it. I loved when my goalie just started stoning people.
Well,
it just jacks you
It's
up.
like a big hit, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big hit. I mean, just gives you new life.
To me, it's better than a big hit because it's like, oh, the team had the ball for this X amount of time and they came up 0, goose egg. And then you're running it and jamming it back down your throat. So
I thought Santa Barbara would just go back to what worked last time. They changed up the man up. They got into a 1-4-1, then went into a, kind of, I'm just going to call it a 42, where they got 2 guys working together on each side of the field and 2 guys behind the goal.
There's that zone again.
So you got kind of 2 stacks and 2 guys behind. Just didn't seem like there was much flow to the man up, where the previous one, it doesn't get much better than that.
Shout out, Twitter, shout out to Andrew Leadham, who's actually our cameraman. took to Twitter.
All right, Andrew.
At halftime, though. He's not doing it now, folks, but he took to Twitter at halftime, so it's kind of neat.
Chapman being patient here, no rush. You're up 5. Timer on might come here soon, but honestly, if you're Santa Barbara, do you really want a timer on? I mean, I guess you do. But here it is. But they're going to do something.
Yeah, that goes
They're
to your
gonna do
earlier
something.
point this year, Chris, that you made with the timer on. As a coach, you almost don't want to see that because sometimes you get shots thrown at you that you're not prepared for because they're
Right.
the offensive rushing.
I look at the timer on. Obviously, it's like a shot clock, right? And if you know whether it's the NBA or right any sport that has a shot clock in it, that's when plays get made. At the end of that shot clock that they normally wouldn't do.
Right.
If there wasn't one. Right
you
there.
saw there another one of those tough feet to the crease that got through, and that time Peter Bryden was ready for it, so that's good.
Yeah, Greason beat his guy on the previous play. He shot it sidearm and it just yanked the ball. Right, just yanked the ball left, and you should just shot it overhand. Maybe a little high-to-high overhand. Do a nice little leaner. Get the goalie to dip his stick, go high-to-high.
Right.
But he tried to go sidearm, not a lot of angle to go sidearm. I like the dodge, maybe a better shot selection.
5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still a 10-5 ball game. Santa Barbara looking to make it 4. Oh, another tough feed. Nope. It's going to be a Chapman ball either way.
That's a play on. I don't know why the officials blew the whistle. The official actually helped Santa Barbara there.
He didn't.
It's a play on.
He called play on, and then the Chapman player didn't pick it up cleanly, so you got to stop it and give it to Chapman. That's why.
Yeah, it's still a play on.
Well, the thing is, Chris, he fumbled it. If he fumbled it, and then the Santa Barbara kid.
I think, guys, you need to shoot overhand. You need 3/4.
You got to master overhand.
You got to have all these shots in your bag, and
right.
The more shots you have, it's just harder on the goalie. Right, it keeps him on his toes.
I've always said
always thinking about where he doesn't know where it's going.
Right. I've always said master overhand shooting and have different release points.
Right.
You will frustrate the heck out of a goalie.
No question.
Same, you're taking the same motions every time, but yet you release it early, you release it late, goes down, up, high, low. You're just going to have great success. So.
And the Chapman shooters do that. Dixon does that for Santa Barbara. He'll shoot the ball multiple ways, and it's why he's probably one of the top goal scorers this year in the MCLA. I mean, coming into this game, he had 37 goals. He's got 41 goals right now in the season. Good pump fake. Love the pump fake. Right? Don't have anything.
Really
it's all right.
froze
Good
the
defense.
temporarily, but they recovered well that time. Santa Barbara still in the zone.
Yep. Been in the zone all game.
Yep.
And the third midfield's out there for Chapman.
Come up with it. Nice check there. He came up with GB himself too. That number 11, Kyle. I'm going to say this wrong. Bundegard.
Yeah, Bundegard.
That Patrick San Diego kid out of Patrick Henry right there. Near San Diego State. Whoa, everybody.
Yeah, those passes. Oh, great job by Titterton.
Everybody here in front of us, all the Santa Barbara fans, did the same thing. Ooh.
Wow, great check.
Come on, the GB. Come on, the GB. We are balling here. We are playing here, folks.
Yeah, it's getting.
Good pick, right? He's just a wee little guy. He got held.
If that's the national championship game, and it's 10-10 in the fourth quarter, they're not calling that.
Well, we're not calling it.
They're not calling it.
We're not there yet.
But that's the way they need to treat it.
We are at 1:30 to go. 11-5. As you can see the score on the board there. Favorite Chapman. Either team is taking a timeout this quarter, right, Chris?
No timeouts have been called.
So
Mike Allen was down 9-3.
Weathered the storm.
10-4. Yeah, I mean, they're still down 6. But he didn't waste a timeout.
Yeah, they're playing a lot more competitive though when they were at that 1 point.
Yeah, they're playing. Yeah. They've kind of settled down here in the third quarter.
This kid has got quick feet.
Dixon's got quick moves. Smart, high IQ player.
You gotta run this.
Yeah, that's a great call by the official. That was not an easy call, but that was the right one.
The Santa Barbara player stopped running.
Yeah, see, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, he thought it was just a
But I think the Chapman player was closer.
No, the Chapman player is actually out of bounds.
I don't
You
know.
know, I thought he was too.
I wish we had replay here, Coach Holman.
Well, we can look at our screen right here and they tell you. We're on a delay, so we'll use our feed.
All right. I thought Shriver was closer, but I guess not.
I'll tell you in a second. Oh, we just
Aaron,
watched it.
We're a little delayed.
It was really close.
If you can rewind and check that one out.
Yeah,
We'd love to know what people think. I think it should be Chapman ball.
That's a tough one, man.
Here we are, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Back to the game.
No
The
rush.
aggressive, got nothing to lose here.
No rush yet.
Right, get the ball on Dixon's stick, give it to Samuel. These guys are the guys that are going to make plays.
10
for
seconds.
You. That could turn into a fast break.
Oh,
Burrell wasn't looking up.
He didn't look up at all.
No, Core broke up the field, was wide open. But Burrell, right, first game starting, he's not going to force it.
Better safe than sorry.
Right,
Coach
run out the quarter.
Coach
You're up
said I don't
6.
need to be a hero.
You're
Coach
up
said I
6.
don't need to be a hero. So.
And that's only his third save of the game, so
Uh-oh, we lost our scoreboard here.
not seeing a lot of shots on Cage.
And I mean, when I say that, sorry, Chris, we lost our field scoreboard here. It just went black. So we'll get that fixed. I'm sure they just have to go reset it. I see a young lady running, sprinting down to that side to do just that.
Hey, great effort.
Yeah,
right?
she's
Staff needs to have good effort too.
I tell you what, I saw this last year when we came up. Coach Allen has their rec department
runs a
here.
tight ship here.
They have about 12 people on staff from the rec department. So kudos to Santa Barbara
Sure.
that come out and manage the game for your team. That's just beautiful. You know, a lot of you parents
Not every school's like that.
A lot of you parents out there that are wondering. No, not every MCLA school is like that. But I tell you what, there are a lot of MCLA schools that are going to give you a quality education.
Exactly.
And a high level of lacrosse.
Exactly.
You do not want to overlook these schools. Stop. You know, I'm not saying if you're that player and you're found by I don't know, Duke, Yale, whatever, you're not going to go. But geez, don't overlook some of the obvious stuff.
Well, sometimes players think that since they're in a zone, they don't have time just in this half where Greason will step in, dump it to Kressel. And Kressel, he makes it look easy, but there are a lot of players out there that would not catch that ball in the run.
Right.
A lot of players, right? It's very simple to do. It's not difficult, but a lot of guys don't do it. They want to catch it flat-footed and then move their feet, and it does not allow them to get their hands free to take that shot. So Kressel's just doing a phenomenal job. And for all the young ones, you know, watch this game again and watch number 10 for Chapman and watch how he plays off the ball. At some point, I'm thinking Santa Barbara has to probably go man-to-man if they want to kind of pick up the tempo here, because essentially Chapman can run off 45 seconds to a minute every time they have it. They're in no rush. They know they're doing some things that work, right? They're going to have Greason go at the shorty every time, right? He'll start the offense, and then they'll just move the ball from there. If it doesn't work, all right, let's go to the next shorty. And there's a shot just wide by Abrazessa. I mean, they're just going to come at you, but I like the fact that they're dodging the short sticks in the zone.
Right.
You know, first couple minutes of the game, they weren't. But that's where you get the advantage, right? Rotate, make that defense rotate. Just like when you're on man up, make that defense rotate. Make them rotate, you got them. As long as that ball can move faster than they can rotate, you're good to go. And there's a great look right there. Man, the decision-making by Kressel on that one, right? He scored 2 goals already from Greason just drawing, stepping in and dumping. That time, the defense rotated at the right time. Kressel couldn't get above goal line for the shot, so he skips it to Jenkins, right? And Jenkins then shoots one overhand to the offside. Just a difficult one for Bryden. And I think if you're a Santa Barbara player right now, look, especially all the freshmen that they have played, they're used to playing 12-minute quarters in high school, right? This is a 5th, right? College lacrosse is a 5th high school quarter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
It's a fifth high school quarter. You're going from 48 minutes to 60. It's a longer game, right? And I think that hurts you. You know, when you're not used to it, it's hard on you mentally. It's hard on you physically. And you know, when you're playing against a veteran team, you know they're used to playing long games. They know, you know, as long as they're patient and they stick with the game plan, they're going to have opportunities.
Right.
But I love the fact that going back, Gressel just makes a great play, gets the assist there, and Jenkins just finishes it.
Let me just do a quick point of clarification for our viewers out there. Go ahead and refresh your pages. We just did a switch over of our internet feeds here. We're losing one signal and the other one's better. So if the game is trailing, I got to report that it popped to the first quarter or so. Just go ahead and refresh your page. It'll come right back up. Thanks to TVX Video here and Lewis recognizing that our wireless signal, and it's just, you do these things wirelessly, and you got 300 or 400 people in the crowd here, starts messing with our signal, so he switched over and we're back up to full strength. So don't be alarmed, you're not going to miss any of the game.
Chapman's won every face-off this quarter. And that just makes it tough on the Gaucho defense. You can tell they're a little slower out there now compared to, you know, the first three quarters.
That's a good closeout right there.
Oh, great dig! Great dig!
Oh, well. That's the old chip.
Good job, Carey. David Carey. Right on the chest.
Right on the numbers. Perfectly legal. You couldn't ask for
Go to the goal. Go to the goal. I like it. I like it.
You gotta push. Gotta push. Yeah, do the foul. Chris, I'm sorry. Push them. Now they're freshmen, so they get pushed around easy.
Love tap. Love tap.
Look at the size of it. He pushed him out. He's like 6 foot. How big is
That's
he?
the right call. It's the right call.
He's 6'3", 220. He's pushing like 140 pounds.
That's the right call. I like the take by the D midi out of
yeah, you were calling that.
Harvey.
That's all.
You're down. You're down 8.
It's pure
Go to the
momentum.
cage.
You get that goal, you're giving your team
Oh,
huge momentum.
no question.
And you got a short stick on.
And they almost got the rebound. I mean, look, Burrell is his first game starting this year.
Look at this, though. You got a short stick on him, man. Gave it up. Get there.
Ooh, great save.
That would have been a goal, Chris. That was a goal. That went off his head.
Good job by Kim.
9:38
Good job by
left.
Kim. And here's Kim again, right?
There
Good
you
call.
go. There you go.
Good confident dodger right there.
There you go. You need someone else to score.
Yeah, Dixon's not going to be able to do it all himself. So there's Kim.
And you know, I see Dixon.
So is this?
Dixon's got a little
This
hitch
is
in his step.
15th on the season.
Yeah, he's subbing out. I saw he had a little hitch in it when he came over to congratulate his teammate.
Look,
A little hitch.
if you continue to keep going, right, and I don't want to take anything away from Kim's goal, but if you're Alex Dixon and you keep getting into the middle of the field, you're going to get beat up.
Yeah,
You're going to get beat up.
He's sent over. No trainer, but he's waving his coach off. I think he just lost his game there.
So
in a second, he'll be back out here. Hopefully.
love the confident dodge by Kim, right? He knows he could have had one about 7 seconds earlier.
I'm going right back to the
Going right back.
Give it back to me.
Why not?
Man up.
I like it. I like it. And their offense is going to have to do that for the rest of the game. Go fast. You got coming up on the 9-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
That's Wesley Kim, 5'7", 200 pounds. So he's a solid man at Irvine High School.
Another SoCal boy.
Yeah.
You've been mentioning a couple of SoCal high schools.
I've got SoCal High Schools. I've got Northern Cal High Schools.
Oh, I don't know about that call. They're going to call a hold there
I've got a high school in Salt Lake City.
on Abity. They're going to call a hold on them.
Tough one. Tough one.
I don't know. I guess I'm one of these. It's kind of like in basketball. If you're going to foul.
Get your money's worth.
Yeah. You know, don't let a guy go at M1 on you. You know. His first man up.
So again, shout out to our faithful
Open. I was going to say, still open.
Yep. All he did is pass out, reset.
Yeah.
And said, give me the ball back. So they even up off that shot. 8:11 to go, 13-6. Chapman leads. 8:11 to go.
And I would love Caressel to shoot that one overhand. I think if he shoots it overhand, he's going to be more accurate. He still gets power on the shot. But, you know, when you're up 7, right, you kind of start getting a little loose.
Start getting a little, yeah. Start breaking out.
Because they were shooting overhand in the first quarter. Now you're seeing shots.
Start breaking out the special sauce.
All over the place.
Crowd has not thinned out at all. In fact, I think it continues to increase.
Yeah, we have a great crowd here.
We wish the ladies good luck on their game later as the Santa Barbara women's team passes by us. Game number 2 coming up for them after this.
Great save by Bryden.
Can we get a break out of this, though? Can we get a break? That's a beautiful save. That is a difficult shot.
This is 11th on the day.
For a 6-foot goalie, get down there. You gotta look up. You gotta look up.
Yeah, I mean, I like the save.
Oh, misjudged.
I like the save, but I also think Gardner was a little lackadaisical on the shot. I mean, it's a hard save.
It was a hard, because he's 6 feet
But
tall. He's gonna get
it was
down.
kind of like,
Yeah.
kind
Well, you just said the guys, they're not shooting with their fundamentals in
Yeah,
mind.
they're getting a
They're
little
kind of
loose
shooting
right now.
guys like, we're up and I can try my fancy shot now. So,
well, here we're going to go back to my fail clear theory. Right, 50 to 60% of the time when you fail clear, I believe the ball's going to end up in the back of the net. We'll see what happens here. Might not happen here since Chapman's up 7 and being patient.
looks like they got the word. Coach Hartley gave them the word to take a little time. And quite frankly, that's a smart move because Santa Barbara can go on a run.
Well, when you're on the road, right? You're on the road. Get back home.
You better get out of this.
Get back home. You know?
Santa Barbara will go on a run. Their goalies, they're feeding off their goalie, and as you just said, Kim, a great move. Another save. It's got to be 13.
I think did he make the save?
Yeah, it went right off his foot.
Yeah, it's number 12.
Kick that right up. Good slide.
Gauchos are now man-to-man here. As you can see, they got the 2 slide and the 3 slide going pretty well right now.
Yep.
Oh, off the pipe. That Bruzes is a lefty.
We call that an informal save.
It does not go towards the save count.
Doesn't go on the count.
Second pipe of the day for the Panthers.
Hey, Brian, thanks for the shout out online.
And there's a rip by Jenkin.
Oh.
Just a little 2-man game over there. Gardner and Jenkin. Jenkin gets his 3rd of the day, 2nd of the quarter. And there it goes. You fail clear the ball, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
And Brian Conlon, dovetailing on what you said earlier, Coach Malone, Santa Barbara Lax community is growing. They've got Santa Barbara Community College plays junior college lax in the fall. And I know Coach Allen was part of spearheading that because SBCC, junior college lax, they play in the fall here in this region. So a lot of those young men are making their way to UCSB and other schools. So I think White just moved.
Flag down.
Yeah, that's it, because that's their
Too many?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got a nice little feeder with the community college for sure.
Thanks for that add in, Brian. Give you guys a shout out. Brian Conlon, BC Time, I believe it is.
Just got to make sure that
BC
the guys
Time
do well enough at the city college so they can get into Santa Barbara.
I don't think Coach Allen is one to shy away from harping on grades.
No.
Well-educated man that he is.
Princeton grad.
And John, his assistant, they've been here, geez, I don't know how many years they've been together, but he knows his stuff.
Chapman here on the man up, 0 for 1 on the day. Looks like they're going to have some other guys in there. Some new faces to the game here. Number 5, Alex Feldman.
Whoa. That goal was Christian Mulligan.
No, I think it's Regan Kelly.
No, right. Oh, yeah.
Regan Kelly.
Regan Kelly, 45.
He's on the first midfield.
So junior
This is
attackman.
18th of the year.
Junior attackman out of Redwood, Corte Madera, California. Redwood High School product. Well,
Plays attack at midfield.
15-6. Quick mention of some goings on, I'll say.
Yeah, how's that Grand Canyon score? What do we got going on there?
Let's see. That's what we're looking for. GCU shot at the buzzer tonight.
Wow.
GCU's pulled
Grand
one
Canyon,
out.
12?
12-11 over San Diego State. And San Diego State,
Whoa.
we've covered them twice this year. Solid team. GCU on the road. I didn't see the game, so I can't say one way or the other. I do know that we had a TVX video crew down there, so we will upload that game tonight, if not by the morning, so you guys can follow along with that one. But kudos to the Aztecs for balling out and almost coming up with the last game W, or divisional game W, to end it out. GCU's got to make some corrections and fast. That's one of those things on paper, you say, oh gosh, this could be a tough one for the Aztecs, and then they come out and play it. As you said, every game has to be played. And you better be ready.
You got to show up, But the Lopes have been one of those teams where, throughout the year, you kind of go, what happened?
Why?
What happened there? What's going on? Just playing inconsistent. They can beat anybody, but they can lose to, a team outside the top 15.
And other news, off-field and unfortunate off-field news in the MCLA out of the SELC. Florida State, some behavioral issues on their road trip and caused them to be disqualified out of their rec department for the remainder of the season. So, as ex-coaches here in the booth and obviously fans of the game and having dealt with college players for 10 to 12 years, you got to watch each other. You got to watch each other.
I'm not aware of anything that's taken place there, but
it's just behavior on their flight home from Baltimore last weekend.
Look, you're representing the school. You're representing your university.
45, 50 deep.
It's not a family.
With your school gear
it's not
on.
an individual trip.
Yes.
You're representing your school. You don't represent them the right way. You got the code of conduct at every university, every institution. If you don't follow the rules, things can be taken away from you.
So that's a tough one.
It's too bad. They're having a good year.
Up north of us, Oregon 17, University of Washington 19. Whoa. Stunning victory.
Wow.
If I'm reading this right, UW, I thought it was Oregon State today. I'm going to check the MCLA site just to make sure I'm repeating that properly because
I can get on that one for you, Coach.
If you check that one, I'll keep going over some scores here. But that's another one that, hello. It would be nice if we could see every conference.
It was Oregon, Washington.
So again, you can't look at a team on paper and say, geez, we should roll these guys.
You had CSU, CU. You had Stanford playing Sonoma State today.
That's another good one.
You got Boston College playing New Hampshire. And then a big one tonight, right? Sun Devils versus the Lax Cats.
7 p.m. If you check out our SLC homepage, we do have that.
A lot of Arizona is out of the conference tournament.
You and I have a lot of work to do tomorrow.
Arizona wins. I think the running Rebels will probably be on the outside looking in.
Well, what we do know is that we have that information up on our page with our tiebreaker results. And thanks, Coach, for updating me on that info. So we got to post it so we can stop answering questions all week. Georgia Tech is not in action today. I was looking.
Tomei just missed an easy one there. Getting a little sloppy here. Good GB by Kim. Going to come to it, pick it up while your feet are moving.
Oh, almost a good pass for better defense play. Good ride here on the attack.
Good ride.
Now you want to attack the goal right away.
I'm always a big fan of just go back with the ball. You know, D guys, you pick up a ball about 5 yards, 8 yards above goal line, and you run up the field.
Circle back.
Just circle back. I mean, you got to run through guys. Just circle back. Give it to your goalie.
Run the green space, as we say.
Yeah. Backwards is always open. When you run forward, picking the ball up from there, you're going to run into some bodies on the other team. See what Kim's kind of come to life here.
That's another
last couple
dodge.
minutes. There you go. Nice take. It's the second of the quarter, second of the game. 16 on the year for him.
That's another freshman.
Where was he in the first 3 quarters?
No, I don't know.
I mean, he's a good, quick dodger.
But as I said before,
tough kid. He's not afraid of contact.
When your guy,
tough kid.
When Dixon gave him the high sign, he just starts going to the goal. It's like he was waiting for Dixon to say, "Okay, Dixon, you get yours, and I'll get mine." I think Coach Allen's going to love
to seeing.
Go ahead, Chris.
You know, Santa Barbara's first round game in the SLC tournament. You know, they're going to play the 3 seed more than likely from the south, which won't be easy.
No idea who that's going to be.
Right, we don't know right now.
We don't even want to speculate.
It could be one of 3 teams.
It's UNLV, Arizona State, or no, it can't be.
Yeah, it could be UNLV, it could be Arizona State, it could be Arizona.
It could be, yeah.
It could be one of 3 teams.
Yeah. So again, we'll have that.
I can fire through the scenarios right now. ASU wins, they'll be a 2. More likely, U of A will be a 3.
Yes,
right.
Sure.
U of A wins. Or sorry, ASU wins. UNLV will be the 3.
ASU wins. There's 2. UNLV would be 3. Yes.
Will be 3. With the head-to-head win over Arizona.
If
Arizona wins, they'll be the 2. And
well, they
ASU,
have to win
ASU
by a goal differential.
No, they'll be the 2.
They'll be the 2. Okay.
Right, they would only have 1 loss. They would only. Oh no, they would have 2 losses.
They have to.
If
beat
Arizona
ASU.
wins, sorry, if Arizona wins.
See, I told you it was confusing.
Wow.
If University of Arizona has to beat ASU by like 10 goals or something. I forgot what the differential is.
If Arizona wins,
right
more likely ASU would be the 2, and Arizona will be the 3.
Because they could win
but
and still
ASU,
not be 2.
ASU could still and ASU could still be the 3 if they get
because ASU has a goal differential that's like a double digit.
Right. Well, they beat UNLV 20-10 maybe.
Something
20-5, something like that.
Yeah. So if this kid is showing.
There you go, Bryden. Good job. They're offsides though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Come on, boys. It's the 3rd one of the day.
It's the far pole over there without the ball. That should see his goalie going up. Just stay back. But I tell you what, kudos to him. He's shown some poise, I think, in the goal as a young freshman goalie. And I don't want to say young because he was young in February. He's older now. This boy is growing up. As you see, a great check there. Way to play it out, guys. Way to play it out.
Abity with nice little one-handed rat check with the pole.
That was nasty.
That was solid. Good job.
So clearly, as we just demonstrated, the SLC playoff picture is still very cloudy. And our division,
the north is set. The north is set here. There's Kim again.
Jeez, is that a hat trick in the 4th?
Yeah, he's got 3 in the 4th.
Well,
nice little right-to-right split dodge there.
I guess, he can't hide in practice anymore.
Yeah, don't show us everything, Kim.
Coach Allen's going to be like, yeah, you need to be showing me what you just showed me in the game, buddy.
Man, I would love to see him play from start to finish
that way.
60 minutes.
Yeah, yep. Be exhausted at the end of the game like that. In our Division 2, our SLC Division 2, there was some key matchups.
SLC Division 1 South is set. Chapman's won.
No, North is set. Yeah.
Chapman won. Santa Barbara 2, USC 3.
We should give a shout out to the Trojans.
Yeah, Trojans.
I mean, they had to come.
When was the last time they made the tournament playoffs?
I don't think they have in the SLC.
Coach Gittleman's first year.
Adam Gettleman we're referring to, and they had to come from behind against UCLA.
Overtime win
there on Thursday night to get in. So good stuff going all around the SLC.
One thing I found out last night watching Sports Center. Neil Everett, who's one of the anchors.
Right, out of LA.
His nephew plays for UCLA.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so he actually mentioned it last night during the top 10. Because there were some lacrosse highlights. Right. There was like 3 of them in the top 10.
Yes, you're right.
Night.
Yeah. I
he
hope
mentioned that he went. He mentioned that he went to the UCLA USC game and watched.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I hope he got to go out to that game. That's good stuff. Is this Kim again for 4? Oh! That was off the bar.
Kim almost with his 4th in the 4th.
And we're under the 5 seconds to go mark here. Great hustle. I tell you what, Santa Barbara is demonstrating how you play it out.
Yeah, right, playing the final whistle. Playing the final whistle.
Chris, we missed it. Chapman made a goal.
Yeah, they made a goalie change.
Sorry, folks, we didn't give 41 Daniel Aguilar a shout out there for his play. I think it was at the 4th quarter mark, if I'm not mistaken. But again, what a solid effort. The SLC playoff picture is still a little cloudy. I'm trying to check our Division 2 because Biola, I know, is out at NAU.
Yeah, we got any Division 2 updates?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that score. Things are moving a little slow here. But if we can get that score, we can give you some kind of insight. University. So Biola lost. So NAU is in. Let's see, it'll be NAU. Testing my knowledge of my conference now. San Marcos lost. No, that game still has to go on. Yeah, we still have a couple more games in that division too. So, folks, just stay tuned. We will get it posted for everybody by 6 p.m. tomorrow night because we do have a game Sunday that factors into it. So out of respect to all the teams, we won't post until we're completely done with all our regular season games. And that'll be Sunday night, 6, 7 p.m. We'll post it on the site. But you can see the brackets there right now. You can see who gets the bye and how you cross-play to make it easier for you. You can pick up your tickets to the final weekend there in Carlsbad. So as far as this one goes, Coach, final thoughts?
I thought it was just, old versus young.
Old versus young?
And top. You saw a team with the Orlando Magic. Very similar situation, right? Orlando Magic had a young Shaq, had a young Penny Hardaway, and Nick Anderson, and just a young group that did extremely well early. Keem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler and Sam Cassell and Kenny Smith and all these guys that have been around, been there, done that. It's the same situation, right? Chapman, they've been in Final Four. Santa Barbara, they got a young group.
Chapman had a huge letdown last year in the semifinals.
Right.
Coming up way short. Everybody thought it was going to be a close game, and they just really didn't do well at the MCLA tournament. So. And
they haven't forgotten about it.
No, it's probably.
Right? And they're 16-0.
And
they haven't forgotten about it.
We know the coaches have a bad taste in their mouth, and I'm sure they remind the players of that often. So,
we're the Santa Barbara. They're 3-13 last year. Now they're 9-4. They don't really have those things that can provide them some extra motivation each week. So, hey, look, they made the conference tournament. They're the number 2 seed coming out of the North. They'll take home the 3 seed from the South.
They got a hot
They'll
goalie.
have a home game. They got a
hot
home
goalie.
game. Don't have to travel. Don't have to travel. So anything can happen.
And we may very well be right back here, depending on how all the matchups shape out. We will broadcast one of our playoff games. We can only do one live. So it might require us coming back, and if it does, that's where we'll be. Chris Malone by my side as always.